Looking back on this date in high desert sports history, with this pitch, James Gilheeney became the High Desert Mavericks all-time strikeouts leader. This Gabriel Guerrero grand slam fuels this 2014 Mavericks win over Stockton. Avery Brandon saves John Fleckenstein's win in key 2017 Yardbirds triumph over the Monterey Amberjacks.
High drama for the High Desert Mavericks Game 2 of the series against Northern Division leaders Stockton. Trailing 5-0 going into the 7th, the Mavs score twice on bases-loaded walks, making it 5-2 and setting the stage for Gabriel Guerrero's grand slam home run. A 2-outs, full count blast over the Motel 6 sign in right center field. Guerrero demonstrating his ability to go with the pitch and come through in the clutch. His grand slam scores Zach Shank, Tyler Smith, and Jabari Henry ahead of him and gives High Desert a 6-5 lead. The 20-year-old nephew of Vladi Guerrero wasn't trying for the long ball, but just wanted to hit the ball into the gap.
I started with my approach, just get the ball in the gap, practice a couple rounds for our team. A little bit struggle the first couple innings, but we came back big.
Ehire Adrianza follows, launching his 11th home run over the Jack-in-the-Box sign in center field. Jose Cardona scores ahead of him. High Desert has jumped to a 3-0 lead. Back-to-back home runs push the High Desert lead to 8-2. Scott Heinemann's 3-run shot on the next pitch. Luke Tindler follows Scott Heinemann's blast, hammering this one deep over the right field fence. Travis Demeritte goes opposite field for his 22nd homer, a solo shot in the 6th that extends High Desert's lead to 12-6. High Desert tacks on 2 more in the 8th on Ehire Adrianza's 2nd homer of the day to run the final score to 16-6. When visiting teams have a major leaguer on rehab, it's a treat for Mavericks fans to see the big leaguer perform. In the case of San Francisco Giants utility infielder Ehire Adrianza, it gives us the opportunity to ask what the major leaguer likes about playing for San Francisco Giants manager Bruce Bochy. The current Giants skipper was the manager of the High Desert Mavericks in their inaugural season, 1991.
What's Bruce Bochy like as a manager?
I mean, Bruce Bochy is a very good manager. Everyone knows that. And he treated me like another player, like superstar. So it's great to play for him. You know, he gives a lot of chance to young players right now, and I feel pretty comfortable to play for him.
After 4 seasons a Giant, Ehire Adrianza went on to play 4 years for the Twins before joining the Atlanta Braves in 2021. Back in 2013, he had become the 300th Venezuelan to play Major League Baseball. He became an American citizen in April of 2021. Kent Blackstone supplies all of the run production in this High Desert encounter against Bakersfield. The Yardbirds all-star second baseman puts High Desert on the board in the 1st, belting his 4th home run of the season. Kent Blackstone drives in all 3 runs this game, moving him to the top of the leaderboard in runs driven in on the season for High Desert hitters. This 4th inning base hit scores Ronnie Grant with run number 3, but also exemplifies the Yardbirds' frustration in the base running department. Kent Blackstone thrown out at second in his attempt to stretch the base hit to a double. In a successful base running attempt earlier, Kent Blackstone swipes his 29th in the 3rd, But Kent Blackstone then is thrown out trying to steal third in a case where the tie did not go to the base runner. Manager Sip Garza pointing out that the umpire was not in position to see the base runner hit the bag at the same time the tag was applied. Many a call will be disputed, even adamantly argued this night, but with more dire consequences dealt, in fact, for Bakersfield complainers. Manager Brian Cloppy is ejected after arguing a balls and strikes call in the fourth. Home plate umpire Jerry Romero sends the train robbers skipper packing. Doug Sweeney and Larry Pfister, the field umpires, confirming Brian Cloppy's time of departure. In the next inning, Bakersfield starter Zach Kammerman is tossed after recording the final out in the fifth. Apparently a case of, was it something I said? Jerry Romero explaining that ejection to train robbers second baseman Steve Pasquale. Yardbirds leading hitter Ronnie Grant doubles down the line in the fourth. Ronnie Grant's 16th double of the season. It comes off Zach Kammerman, who was a 2017 High Desert Yardbird. Ronnie Grant figuring prominently in High Desert's offense again this night, scoring 2 of his team's 3 runs. Bakersfield coming into this game in first place in the Pacific Division, 8.5 games ahead of the third-place Yardbirds.
The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville.
The Holiday Inn, favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley.